Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I'm Daryl Smith Jr., and right next to me is...
I am Rody John, and to my right is...
a recording studio!
Because we are at the Cove. Unfortunately, Amy could not join us this week, but she will be back next week.
So, on this week's episode, we talked to, actually, Dakota and Eoin from the Black Box and the Cove about the Black Box Theater downtown, or the Black Box downtown Arlington. It's a live streaming facility. It's going to be a live venue, CD releases. Check out the interview. There's so much that's going on there. It's going to be really cool.
We also talked to Zachary Villarreal, a.k.a. Zach Lastname on Spotify, about his new song, Tonight Your Arms Are Home. Not only we get to that song, but what he's been inspired by and what's he been getting into during this COVID situation. So all about local music, local artists, bringing the city together.
So what have you been up to this week?
I've been to some open mics. I've been to some Tipsy Oaks. I've been to some Dr. Jekyll's. I've been to some now driving ranges in the golf variety because we now have friends that are into golf. So that's been fun.
Just today you were at the golf center in Arlington, right?
Yeah. Well, I was at
the driving range.
Driving range. Actually, it's Villa. It's off of Eden 287, so it's almost not Arlington, but it's still technically Arlington.
But you have been at the golf center
Yes,
of Arlington.
I have been at the golf center of Arlington, and they have a fantastic mini golf place.
I was not aware of that until you told me this. This is all news to me,
Exactly.
And I'm so excited because I don't have to drive all the way down to South Arlington anymore. I can go here. And you've been saying they have great craft beer selection.
Yes, their beer selection is phenomenal.
And the future is big for them as well.
Big time. They are going to, you'll find out in a future interview that we're going to do, but they are going to build a hotel/resort type situation. So people coming in for the Cowboys games, for the Ranger games, for the future XFL games, not only will they come in there for that, but they can come here to play golf as well. So they can come there, do all that all in one place. And then also we have like 4 golf courses inside the city of Arlington, which is more than Dallas has, more than Fort Worth has, just saying.
Yeah, so, don't sleep on Arlington. We've only been saying it for 2 years.
No big deal.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hello. All right, let's go around and introduce ourselves for those who don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going first.
You want me to start? I am Daryl from Arlington Citizen Media.
I am Rody John, also from Arlington Citizen Media.
I'm Owen Donovan, studio manager at the Cove Studios.
Boom.
I'm Dakota. I'm studio manager at Black Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Hey Owen, my wife just texted me and said that it's loud.
It's loud.
That's what she said.
You're loud.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
Yeah, she's the best.
This is our first time here.
This is literally the first time here. I walked by it plenty of times.
Oh, plenty. Yeah. I mean,
I've been in line outside of Hurtado.
I was going to say, I've sat outside the Hurtados before, plenty of times, and looked at this place. I've seen people use it before, prior to the Black Box.
Church at one point, or no?
Was it?
Was this a church?
Owen might
Not
know.
the church. That's in Dallas.
Yeah. I think that shut down.
Yeah, but I heard
it
it
was Lizard Lounge.
Yeah, I heard that it went somewhere else though. Somewhere
it's
else
still
now.
alive.
Yeah.
I want those goth kids to go somewhere. They need somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I think that this building was the farmer's market for a little
Yes,
while.
it used to be the farmer's market.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I came in here once or twice, and this was before Arlington was kind of doing what it's doing down here. It was kind of one of the first things down here. I remember being oh, we have a farmer's market, and then I came here, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I hear they actually moved over to Pantego.
Yeah. We ended up talking to Jennifer. They were at New Main for a little while. Now they're at Bicentennial Park, and they have a great market. If you haven't been, you should go. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, they did an urban union for a little while too.
Yeah, they outgrew it really.
Will you mute the mains? I'm afraid if I get too close to it, I'll start blowing up.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're like a bomb.
Yeah.
I can't get too close.
Both as a producer and a DJ and as a human being.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You're a bomb ass dude.
So, thanks. Tell us a little bit about. Still going through, right?
The people
Check,
or
check.
vice versa.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
there we
turn the physical boxes off. Yeah, I'm just worried that if I get close to it, I'll start ringing.
go.
Yeah. So yeah, tell us a little bit
so,
about Arlington Citizen Media.
For those of you that haven't heard of us, we are Arlington Citizen Media. We have a podcast about the city of Arlington, and we go around and talk.
Called the downtown.
It is called the Downtown, yes. Available on all platforms. We go around and we talk to businesses and like local leaders, artists, musicians. We just kind of check out everything that's going on in Arlington.
Yeah.
And tell people about it. That's really our goal, is to tell people about all the cool stuff that's happening here, because there is a lot of cool stuff happening here. I mean, look where we're at right now. Like
We're
this,
literally in a very cool place. And these guys come from an awesome, cool place.
yeah.
So, yeah. And we're just trying to bring the city together. Everybody kind of knows of each other, but a lot of people don't know each other. So it's just connecting the pieces and highlighting the city. There's so much happening in the city that is outside the stadiums that people just don't know about. Whether it be food, musicians, artists, co-working places, breweries.
Food for sure. Like Arlington has a cool little food scene here that like most people don't really think about when they think of Arlington, but downtown, south, west, east, we got cool places and good places all over the city.
Yeah. The diversity is not just in UTA; it is in all the food in Arlington. So
there's so much good Asian food here, so much good Mexican food. It's just
so much Indian, Mediterranean. You could travel the world food-wise
just in Arlington.
Just in Arlington.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just don't know that.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri could stay here for a month and not eat the same.
Could do a whole
food.
show about Arlington for sure.
Is this Flavor Town?
It
kind of, well, you know what?
Arlington might be
It's not yet, but I think it should be.
Guy Fieri,
we got
Flavor
a
Town,
good
we're in
guy
it.
right now. Like,
You're not the mayor, but you could be.
I'm going to at him on Twitter right
Please
now.
do. Guy Fieri,
Having that
you live
runoff
in
election,
Flavor
it's
Town.
not
Come to
too late.
Arlington.
Kidding. Actually, it is.
He's done a lot of good things actually during COVID for the.
I've heard he actually does.
California.
I've heard he does a lot of really good stuff. Actually, like people were like dog him all the time, but then he's like.
I mean,
out
when
there
he looks
just
the way
doing
he
good
does,
stuff.
I can understand why.
I mean, yeah, he looks like Sugar Ray's older brother, all of them. But again, like he does a lot of really good stuff. So like, I can't even care that he's got frosted tips because he's like,
And he
doing a
puts
lot
his
of good in
sunglasses
the
on
world.
the back of his head. Or
And he's
whatever.
he's like showcasing all these amazing places. I mean, think about it. Prince Lebanese, he showcased Prince Lebanese.
Chop
and now that's
House.
the Chop House, exactly.
Yeah.
He hadn't been by Fork on the Road yet. I was there earlier.
Oh yeah, I love that place. It's so small. It's
So small, yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves that.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't realize you can customize the crackeroni. You can put fried egg on it. You can put jalapeno in it. You can do all kinds of
Is
stuff.
he like telling you
This
some
is why we
news?
do this.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is why we do
This
this.
is why you know.
It's life right now.
Knowledge is power.
Closed Sunday and Monday, which is very unfortunate. But
Well, but hey, they got to take a break too.
I understand. Yeah.
I also love the vibe in there. It's like,
Yeah.
it reminds me of like a place like maybe in like Austin or like LA, just like a hole in the wall, but like such good food. It's such great such a laid back vibe there.
And he collects the McFarlane action figures, so he's got all the he got the Kiss ones and he's got the hockey ones, which are now like a tint of yellow
because they've
been there for so long.
mhm.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So yeah,
But
that's
we're
what we
in the
do.
black box now.
Right.
How and when did the black box start?
Oh man, let's see. I want to say it was 2017. Whenever they made the transition, I might be wrong. I was looking at the CEO of the building, and I believe Farmers Market had one around then, and then we. Okay, so it was first a warehouse. This place was full to the rim. I wasn't around. I've just heard stories.
Right.
And then it was a little bit of an office for a while, and I think it was 2018. Does that sound about right, Dakota?
You probably know more than I do. I just hit buttons.
I mean, that probably I think that probably tracks with
That
about.
does sound about right.
Yeah.
Though.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I heard about the big move in the company where they put everything over at a warehouse instead of this place, and decided to make it into a practice venue for, the Petchy Music Group lunch. But now, it's gone through a lot of evolution and live streaming venue.
Yeah.
It's I rather dig this right now. The floor looks
Yeah.
great here, and I don't know. I think Dan did a great job painting the place black, and it's really living up to its name
Yeah.
these days.
It is black on black.
Yeah, I remember when it was painted, and because that was kind of around the time that I started getting really interested in everything that was going on in Arlington, and I remember being like, what's happening to this place? Like, that's like a strange color to have a building in the middle of downtown. But now, obviously, it makes a lot more sense, and how did the name Black Box come about?
Okay, there's maybe a triple entendre with this. So,
Ooh.
okay, so yes, it is a black box physically, but also black box as in whenever a plane goes down, the last thing you hear, and black box as in theater.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure how that applies.
That's what we talked
exactly.
about
We
when we came
mentioned
in.
when I walked in, I was like, "Oh, the only black box I've been in was at Martin High," and then you said you had one at Bowie High.
And now that I think about it, I've actually seen a couple of plays in black box theaters. Now that I think about it, so.
Yeah, I think it's a common theater thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Almost like what the green room would be for musicians. I
Right.
think the black box is
Now, as of right now, the other side of this will in fact be Brandon Hurtado's bar that is going to be connected to Hurtado Barbecue.
that. Yes.
Was this at one time? Was this wall always here, or did it take up the other part as well?
We had the other part as well.
Okay.
And Brandon Hurtado is involved in the space. I don't know the logistics.
Oh, okay.
Not here, there.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
But so he's there. They're turning it into the bar.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, yeah. So we walled off a certain part of what we've got going on over here.
Right.
Because there used to be shows here, right?
Yes.
Like DJ Girl used to play here, and
Yes.
when it was bigger. Okay.
Yeah. Who else that people may know played here?
Chef D was here last night.
Very
two nights ago.
Chef D's amazing.
He's the best. I don't know. You said you got a chance to watch it.
I love. Oh yeah.
Man.
He was at the Our Town, Our Sound. He was not on the main stage. He was on the side stage.
Yeah,
He was
he pulled
killing it.
so many people
Yeah.
in. He's just great.
I'm glad he's still in town because I know he had moved to California.
Yep.
He was here for a little while. I
Yep.
saw him at a show at Growl. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little while." I was like, "Yeah, please do."
He's back for a while. Yeah,
That's
good,
He
good.
wants to go back, but we don't know if that's in his plans just yet.
Right, right.
So
The Levitt Pavilion did a living room series here whenever the
Oh.
bulk of the
yeah.
pandemic was going on. And that was pretty cool.
I didn't know they did them here.
They did one here.
Okay. Because I know the rest of them, they were probably in their VIP.
Yeah, it's one they did outside.
Yeah.
I was watching and I was like, "Are they outside right now? It's about to rain."
I hope
But it
not.
looked cool. So I mean, Levitt, you pulled it off. So this is a live streaming, venue now. Is that the plan, or are there going to be live shows here at any time? I mean, it's kind of a smaller place now.
Yeah.
So
currently we're open for live streaming, rehearsals, and we've been given the okay to do CD release parties.
smaller scale.
Yeah, and we're thinking of if we do have shows here, it's going to be more on a VIP basis.
Sure.
So one of the things that we're kind of hoping to put into effect is say someone big comes through the Levitt
Yeah.
on a Saturday night. Maybe on Sunday we host the acoustic strip
Oh,
down.
yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Kind of intimate. There could be catering.
Yeah.
We have that connection through candlelight.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as of right now, we're operating as live streaming, rehearsal, CD release party.
Now, what kind of capacity are we looking at when it comes to CD release parties? Because I've been to some CD release parties that can be kind of big.
I think we're looking at around 100 at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is what
Still,
we've
though, I mean,
quoted.
that's
still very good.
Yeah, I mean, the space that you have here, that would be a great crowd for someone up here,
Yeah.
and an intimate performance at the same time, big enough that you're going to be able to feel the crowd energy, but
Yeah.
small enough that you also get to be well, I was at this cool little show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
'cause
that's
I mean,
really
I've
cool.
seen Smashing Pumpkins at Deep Elm Live, and that place, first off, doesn't exist anymore, and second off, is a little bit maybe double this size, but
It was
still,
bigger. It was 4 times that.
I don't know about
size.
4
Yeah,
times. It was still a very small venue in Deep Elm, but still.
Yeah.
But seeing anybody in this place is going to be something you're yeah, back in the day, I saw him here.
Man, just seeing Chef D the other night
Yeah.
was incredible.
He is going to do very big things.
Oh, I know.
And I can't wait to see what his future
Same.
looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's his foot? Because the last time I know it's a weird question. The last time I saw him, his foot, he had a big thing on, and he had a hole through it. It was.
So he's
That
doing a lot
situation.
better now. He's
Okay.
kind of still using the cane
Okay.
to get around a little places, but when he was here, man, he was throwing down.
Yeah.
He was walking around, running. I mean, he made this stage his.
I saw that he was wearing both boots, so
Yeah.
it looked like he was fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
Good.
Yeah, didn't he say that Monday was his first time without like the boot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
good for him.
where did the genesis for the idea of something like this come from? Was it just COVID, like being like, well, music is kind of changing, so we need to kind of evolve with it?
Yeah, so I was working at the Cove Studios with studio manager Owen Donovan, and I guess I was just recording something there. You needed some help with something, and I kind of wanted to bring up the idea of live streaming to you. And I guess I left that day, and I was like, man, I really should have mentioned it to him. And so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to text him. And I was like, hey, man, what do you think of live streaming? You know, this was probably in like May 2020.
Yeah. So really early.
Really
into it,
early.
yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, what do you think? You know, I think I could bring like a webcam and we could do something. And he was like, you know what? I had the same idea. And then we started live streaming at the Cove, and we just kind of grew from there.
So do you have do you have a calendar kind of set up, or
Is it,
or is it
kind
kind
of
of like
free-for-all
first
at
come
this
first
moment?
serve situation?
We have a calendar based on when you free for all. So
Okay.
let me know the date,
Yeah.
and if it's available, put down your deposit, and it's yours.
So say musicians out there
Yes.
that want to do because I'm obviously during 2020, a lot of musicians, hopefully, we're recording a lot of stuff and we're
Yeah.
making a lot of music, and so they want to obviously now put it out.
Absolutely,
Because
yeah.
concerts are becoming more of a, I bought Dead and Company tickets today because concerts are coming back.
Yeah.
So they want to do live shows again, but also they want to be still safe about it.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there that don't want to go to live shows or don't feel comfortable or whatever. So this would be a perfect venue to not only release your CD, but also live stream it.
Absolutely.
So how do they go about connecting with you guys about
I'll put my email in the chat
Okay,
thing right
awesome.
now, and I'll give it to you guys as well.
Fantastic.
But it's dakota@pescimusic.com.
that? Okay.
And yeah, man, just email me, send me your website, send me some stuff where we can check you out. And if we have that date available,
Right.
we'd love to make something happen.
So I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, it doesn't have to be limited to one or the other. If
Right.
somebody wants to have a CD release party here, we can live stream that.
Awesome.
Right, yeah.
In addition to, we can live stream your rehearsal.
Well, it actually looks better when you got people here reacting
Yeah.
and you can hear them, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things with live streams when the pandemic first started, that you don't get the same kind of, I've loved and enjoyed all the live streams that I've seen by musicians, but it is a little different. So I think having like even a small crowd there
Yeah.
helps with that sort of thing.
Right. I mean, we all saw like the Last Dance documentary with Michael Jordan. It's not music related, but you see the fans.
Yeah.
And so at that point, you're like, they're ravenous. And so you're like, damn, I miss going to concerts. I miss going to sporting events because the fans just added to it.
Yeah.
Like, you might go to see any great concert, but if you strip all the fans away, was it that good of a concert? Or
I mean,
was
it probably
the fans
still
and everybody
was,
there that helped make it that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can attest to that. Like, as a DJ, if I say,
Yeah.
put your hands up, and there's no hands.
It's just you.
It's kind of different.
You're like,
there's a lot-
I hope you were out there putting your hands up. I
Yeah,
can't tell.
Put your hands up.
But I mean, there's a lot of DJs that did that during the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
He did
like,
it.
you're trying to
I watched
do it.
several of
yeah.
those.
And so you're like kind of going to an empty room, but at the same time, you're hoping someone out there is
Yeah.
at least putting their hands up.
Yeah, it's a different vibe from the performance
Oh, of course.
aspect of it, but
Yeah.
we try to replicate that at least with this space because I mean, I'm looking at the live feed right now. You can see we've got a full stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got full back line. We've got drums. We've got some killer guitar amps. Some more killer guitar amps.
LED screen, which is lit
LED
right
screens.
now.
I know. I should have.
And that's what I was gonna ask
Yeah.
about. I mean, like, this is a place that, I mean, how many cameras do you have here? Like, it's not just like, a guy with his iPhone. Like,
Yeah.
it's legitimate. Like,
So we have 4 mounted 1080p PTZ cams, and PTZ stands for pan tilt zoom, and they're fully controllable from somebody up at the front. And so we have those. We've got one that's facing the drummer. We've got 3 out here, and in addition to that, we have 3 Blackmagic 6K cinema cameras.
6K?
6K. So
That's Christopher Nolan stuff right there.
we have two more Ks than what people can handle on their TVs right now. So it's some pretty cool stuff, and we're excited to see what we can start doing with some of it.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
that's what we were looking at the kind of the control area in the front of the place here, and I made him take a photo of it honestly because it looks so cool and like you have enough angles here that like I imagine when you're doing the live stream you pop over to the drummer, you pop over to this one, you know, you get a it's more it feels more interactive and more you feel more of that energy that we're talking about kind of losing in a live stream, but when you have like this kind of equipment, like you can make it sound and look killer.
Yeah.
Like those big concerts you've seen on either DVD, Blu-ray, TV, whatever. You could see them and like drummer's going crazy, you get to zoom in on the drummer. It's not just like a static out there, here's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the cool thing about sound is because with a lot of live streams that people were doing, you know, at the beginning, it was just their phone.
Right.
Maybe they had one microphone. We have 32 channels of,
Jeez.
you know, microphone capabilities here. So, you know, we have the drum set fully mic'd. So we've got overheads. We've got
I can
kicks,
count 'em right
snare,
now.
toms. We've got all that. We've got a direct line just for the bass. We have, you know, guitar amp mics. We've got everything situated to make a live stream sound like you would hear on like MTV Live, or does MTV still do music now?
I don't know. I don't think I'm the target
cable?
demographic anymore. So
Does MTV stream anywhere? I have no idea.
does MTV even
Does the
exist? I don't know.
music anymore.
Tiny Desk. It'll feel
Yes.
like
Okay.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
we're in.
Perfect.
We could flashback to be like, remember when? Remember Rite Aid?
Dun dun. That was a theme.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of the feeling that we're trying to bring is, you know, we've got all the equipment. Now we just need the bands.
Right. Now, do you have a lot of, so you guys both obviously work at the Cove. Have you had people also be like, oh, you guys are a part of Black Box as well, and then they want to play here?
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
so who have you had that like has kind of crossed over, or that we could look forward to?
Right
doing
now, we have some Chris Responte, who also works at the Cove. He's been kind of sending some people our way.
it? Okay.
But now, you know, Owen and I work together like this now. So it's a thing where it's like, hey, I'll send him people and be like, hey, I think this one, you know, wants to record a CD, and he'll send me some. Well, this guy wants to do a CD release party. So
Oh, boom. Yeah.
it's kind of the one-stop shop.
You
for
have like the
music in Arlington.
capability to just like shepherd a project from completion to
do.
end.
Yeah, we're trying to make it to where it really is a one-stop shop. You know, every bit of music production, but we're going to get there. Right now, I think we've got a great head start with, you know, the video production and music production, but soon to be more.
So, what does it feel like to be the ambassador of music in Arlington?
Or at least some of, for sure. Like, I mean, I know that you guys might be laughing about that,
yeah.
but like,
You got to call Garrett Martin for that
oh
one.
well, okay,
Wow.
fair.
Mr.
Sorry,
Doing-
Garrett.
He is
Mr.
Mr.
Arlington,
Arlington.
man.
I'm glad we've all known that he's Mr. Arlington. Hi,
Oh,
Garrett.
yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, say hello,
Hi.
Garrett,
Hi, Garrett.
The only 5-time guest.
on our
So
podcast.
far.
Yeah, so far. Although,
Dakota's
I was
creeping
gonna
up.
say Dakota's
Yeah, yeah,
actually
creeping
both of them at this point
That's
have been
true,
on there
yeah.
quite a bit.
Look
You guys will get to sign the jacket one day. I have faith that you'll
You guys
sign.
got
our,
jackets?
We have
We
a
have ad
5-time.
jackets.
We have one jacket
But you have to
because
sign-
we
you
don't
can
have a
sign
lot
it.
of money.
You
But
get pictures with you.
yeah, it's just like a denim jacket. It's called our 5-timers jacket.
Yeah.
We have everyone
You
sign
have
it.
to find it. I think Black Bazaar might help us. They put a airbrush, a big 5 on.
We
the
want
back.
to, we want to put a big
Yeah.
5 on the back of it,
So
like an airbrush, yeah, for
I
sure.
can dig that, man. I have a new life goal. I've got to be
Boom, 5 times.
3 more times. It's like a punch card. I need 3 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like a Subway sandwich. We just,
You don't get anything free except for you get the picture taken with us with the jacket.
yeah. I mean,
you
or
can sign it,
look,
so,
here's but it's a jacket too. Like
Yeah.
if someone were like, "Can I wear this for the night?" I would be like 100%.
Yeah, it's like the Stanley Cup. You get it for ad day.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
have to
yeah,
get it
You
back.
got to give it back.
Yeah, you get it back.
You got to give it back to the next 5-timer.
Yeah, exactly. Because hopefully we're going to talk to everyone in Arlington 5 times.
At least everyone 5 times.
Yeah.
David's been on it twice.
Mark Jokel's getting up there.
Mark's been on there a couple times.
Cool.
Yeah, Envy Games is the closest now. There's 2 people.
Andy
on there.
Pryor's been on there 4 times. He was actually supposed to be
Oh,
the
yeah, he
second,
was
5th
supposed to be.
time.
Yeah, he just didn't show
Andy,
up.
you got to
Is
get to us,
anybody-
man. Let us know what's going on.
Is anybody's signature on there right now?
Just Garrett.
Just Garrett.
Just
Garrett's the only.
Garrett's the only
Garrett's the
one.
first 5-timer and only 5-timer at
5-timer.
this
Wow.
point.
He's by himself in a club.
Garrett, if you're listening, you're going down.
Garrett.
Shots fired.
I'm actually going to turn this live stream off and turn it back on. So that's another episode.
We're talking about the black box here, and then we're going to talk about something else, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another
Yeah,
episode.
something else.
Oh, yeah,
totally.
we're gonna revisit the Cove.
Yeah,
and do that one. And-
Yeah, we'll live stream us driving 5 minutes down the road.
Oh yeah, and that's its whole episode. So
Yeah, there's 4. We
Tales?
could knock it out today if you guys
Oh, yeah.
want to.
Tales
you're,
from the
you're
road.
going down.
Really could.
Tales from the road. I love it.
But, yeah, man, we're just really excited to see, what can happen here. Because really, when it comes to a lot of music, people have ideas, but they don't have the way to pull it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what we want to do. Because we met with David and Alicia from Arlington Nights,
Right.
and they're so connected. They're so willing to help any way they can. And so I kind of sat down with them and I said, look, this is an asset.
Yeah,
Use it.
100%.
If you know of anybody who's looking to do this, give us a call. And
So there'll be a chat and do here?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that'd
good.
actually be a wonderful use of the space
Yeah.
for sure.
Because that way you get to show it off. Hopefully musicians show up and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last chat and do the one we went to.
Yeah, we were the
when we talked
speakers at
was
Grow.
good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good attended. I mean, that was kind of like we talked about before, at least on our show. With vaccines and the numbers are going down, and people are feeling better.
Yeah.
We're starting to do more stuff.
Growl's
Be safe
having
about
regular
it.
concerts.
But,
Mavericks having regular concerts.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, Arlington Music Hall's doing what they did before, where they have cover people, which
Yeah.
is fine. I like seeing Free Fallin', the Tom Petty cover band, but I'd like to see actual musicians there as
yeah,
well.
it's unfortunate that what I would consider one of the best music venues in Arlington is not as accessible to everyone else in Arlington. But that's okay because we have places like this.
I see a turn in the future because there is a rumbling everywhere around
I hope
it.
so. I hope so.
I see it as
Yeah.
well. But I like y'all said, I want to see Frio Trio here.
Yeah.
I want to see Able Delilah
Yeah.
here. I want to see all those local Arlington bands. Like I
Yeah.
want to see people who are at West Main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see them here.
I want to see September Moon here. I want to see Artemis Funk here.
Oh.
I think there's a little. There wasn't a wink there, but there was a point. I think.
Just wait.
There's a little something.
All right. September. Listen, if you're not on the September Moon train, get on
Because it's
now.
leaving the station.
'Cause
leaving
it's going to
the station,
leave
man.
real hard, real fast. You
Yeah.
thought Pentatonic was big. Wrong.
Wait till September.
Wait
Moon.
till September Moon kicks because they're going to be lights out.
They're ready for it.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
They're not going
Yeah.
to live here anymore. That's just or they
Plot
might. One of
twist.
them might and be like, "Oh, this is September Moon House."
Yeah.
Kind of like when Dimebag was still here. It's like, "Oh, those Dimebags."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, I
Plot
hope that
twist, it
someone
turns out.
someone has because I have my Dimebag story. Because everyone that
I got
lived
a
in
couple.
Arlington for a long time has a Dimebag. I'm
Yeah,
not
you know
gonna.
what?
I'm not gonna.
Let's all tell our Dimebag stories. Go ahead. You're
All
first.
right, I wasn't gonna tell. I was just gonna say one day I hope
we
someone
all
has
have
this
them.
kind of encounter with someone from September Moon. But I was in Gadzooks. You guys, I'm dating myself here. Remember Gadzooks at the mall? Maybe not. But
Wow.
it was. Yeah, I was like 16 when this happened. My friend worked there. He's folding like a leopard print vest, and this guy walks up with like a hat on and like probably shorts like I'm wearing
I
right now. To
guarantee
be
you
honest
shorts
with you.
just like that.
And he's got like a Mrs. Fields cookie cup, and he just looks at me and him, and he goes, "I'd rock that." And we were like, "Cool, man." And I had no idea who it was. And he's like, "All right, y'all have a good day." And we were like, "All right, man, have a good day." And then he walked off, and I was like, "Man, who was that?" "Oh, that was Dimebag."
Yeah.
And because I like, the
Wow.
goatee, it didn't
Yeah.
even like, it was,
Black
red.
and red,
Like,
yeah,
like
red.
I should have known immediately, like, oh, this is Dimebag Daryl. I didn't until he left, and I was like, oh, man.
What's your Dimebag story?
I actually have one.
Okay.
I just remembered it. So, I brand myself as a DJ, but for those who don't know, I play guitar.
There you go. You can do both.
Yeah, you can do both.
Yeah.
Every now and then. So like, I started playing when I was 14, so right as I started high school, and that was like all I cared about, as any 14-year-old.
Sure,
should.
absolutely.
And so, all I cared about was guitar, so I told everybody, hey, man, I play guitar, I play guitar, I play guitar. So I guess one day I was at my dentist's office, and the hygienist was coming in and cleaning my teeth, and she's like, oh, how's school? And I was like, I don't care about school. I play
School's
guitar.
over.
School's over, I play guitar.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, oh, what kind of music do you like? And I was like, for those who don't know, I used to have like really long hair.
Oh, nice.
So I was like,
What kind of
like
music do you
metal.
think I
what
like?
Kind of,
Yeah.
What kind of music do you think I like?
Yeah.
So, and she was like, oh, I might have something for you. Let me check in the back. And so I'm leaving, and she hands me a picture, and it's a Dimebag.
What?
And she goes, that's not a copy. That's not something I found on the internet. Like, that's an actual like from a disposable camera, it was like a Polaroid. I think I still have it.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, that's like an actual picture of him at some lake in Arlington,
That's awesome.
and it just blew my mind
Yeah.
because at that point I didn't even know that they were from Arlington.
Yeah.
So I was just
yeah.
like, oh man, this is that. Yeah, that's my story.
Owen?
Oh man, I don't know if it's a dime bag story. I think it's a Vinny story.
Okay.
It's it's okay.
I have a Vinny story
Did-
too. Yeah.
Did he live over in?
Off Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I know
my
this.
God.
Well, what was funny is we went holiday looking at the lights on all the houses or whatever. We do that with my parents every year. This year we were trying to track down Vinny's old house. And so we figured it out. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like a punk teenager. Great way to begin this. I think,
So
I think you
every
can
good
guess where
story
this is
Yeah.
going.
begins.
So friends of mine knew where he lived, and I heard stories about people just kind of going over and talking and stuff. So my friends and we decided to go ring his doorbell. And that was a bad idea.
Oh no.
It scared the crap out of us because it just this scary red light turned on, and we just ran.
So you rang the doorbell, and it was like,
Yeah, I thought
Cowboys
we were
from Hell
about to.
starts playing.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna end up on cops or.
how old were you at the time?
I think I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, so like, for
Yeah.
sure.
And
Like,
that's
if
a
that
long
had happened
driveway.
to me,
Yeah.
He's got a real long driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like in between these two houses, but like it's just, you just see this big driveway and it goes all the way up to his house. And then, yes, you're there. So I was going into a Hooters. I was going there to watch WrestleMania 18 with my brother. Dime comes out with Rita. But I didn't know it was Rita at the time. And he was like, "Hey, Rockstar," and I was like, "Oh,
he knows who I am.
I know." I was like, that was it. And then the next time I saw him was at the mall. He was at, I guess, one of the sunglass huts, and he was trying these on. He was like, "This is Elvis shit, brother." And I was like,
Was that Vinny or Dimebag?
"That was Dime."
Oh,
No, I actually met Vinny at the food court roughly after Dime died, and I had the bracelet on. But I had also gotten a 7-Eleven smock from
Okay,
the thrift
yeah,
store.
sure.
It had 7-Eleven, like real small, like all
Sure.
over it. He was like, "I love that shirt," and I was like, "Thanks, it's from the thrift store."
I saw whenever we had a hyenas here in Arlington, I saw Screech or what is that guy? Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, Dustin
I saw
Diamond.
Dustin Diamond do
R.I.P.
comedy, and I look over to the table next to me, and Vinny Paul's sitting there. And I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?" And he was just like, he's drinking a beer, and hey, and I was like, "Cool, man." I'm just watching Screech with the drummer from Pantera here. No big deal.
Everybody's gonna have a September Moon story. Like
Yeah.
Yes,
everyone's gonna
agreed.
have a
Then that's the
September
whole
Moon story.
point, right? Like
Yeah.
someone, like eventually, like people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I was at downtown and Daniel walked by."
Yeah, I was at
Oh,
Division, and the singer was there. And she
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys have September Moon stories right now?
Yeah, every time she sees me, I feel terrible. I don't know what her name is. I
Catherine.
forget what her name is. What?
Catherine.
Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
I knew that.
Anytime I see her, she says hi to me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's September Moon. You're going to be a gigantic superstar."
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, stop." And I'm like, "No, you guys are literally going to be the
Yeah,
biggest fan."
I mean, when we first started the podcast, they were one of the. Well, we've never actually talked to them on the show.
No, we
Unfortunately,
haven't.
we've never been able to make it work. I really want to.
when
Before
you're that
they,
big, the timing
before
just
they're
doesn't
to the
work out.
moon like Dogecoin. But yeah, that's true. That's fair. But we always see, and we're like, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. So let's make it happen.
I feel like we just need to get one or two of them
Yeah,
just to be like, okay, they're okay.
it's probably
And they'll
hard
come
to
back.
get all like 5 of them now. 4,
There's 5. Yeah.
5. Yeah,
Five.
it's probably hard to get 5 of them in a room.
Well, I mean, we're not trying to get Artemis Funk in here.
Not all 9 of them.
There's a lot of them. Which Artemis Funk playing here would be. You guys have enough microphones, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
He said they had 32.
I think
Was it
it-
They
32?
have a lot of.
Nine.
I mean, they have a lot of members.
Is it a 9-piece band?
I think it's
Yeah.
either 8 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Man, when they played at Our Sound, that was. I didn't see it, but
killed
I
it.
unfortunately had to watch my children.
Yeah,
But,
I was there live.
You
and
know
it
what
was
we need to happen?
amazing.
Artemis Moon.
Oh
September Funk.
man, September Funk.
That'd
You
be
know,
cool.
there is a musicians lottery happening again this year.
Oh, is there?
There
Yes,
is.
there is.
You know, I'm not sure if I've heard much on that. What is
Okay,
the
Daryl, why
musicians
don't you
lottery?
tell us a story about
Well, I
Is
need
that
to.
something y'all put on?
Me and
So, yeah,
EJ
Daryl
and
and
I
EJ put it
did.
together.
Yeah, tell me. I want to know.
And I'm promoting it because I'm really
No,
wanting to put it together.
I haven't
again
even
this year.
talked to EJ about it. This guy's talked to
I
about
saw
EJ more
EJ
this
one
year.
time. I was like, it's happening this year. But I also think you may have
Well,
had a couple drinks. So.
We also, it will happen again. We were actually gearing up to do it, and then the pandemic. Like we literally at the chat and do in March of 2020. We were like, all right, we're gonna do it this summer, and then that happened, and we were like, we talked about trying to do it, but it didn't
Virtually
make
would
sense.
not have
Yeah,
been the
it was
same.
really hard to
Yeah.
like figure that out. Basically, the musicians lottery in 2019 was we got a bunch of musicians in Arlington, and we said, hey, do you guys want to do a show where we play 4 or 5 songs each? You put your name in a hat, we draw it out, and you just play with whoever you get.
Yep.
Oh wow.
It was a lot of fun. You got a lot of there was a lot of interest from a lot of different like genres and a lot of different like we had older people, we had younger people. Like in my band, for instance, it was me and Larry Dunaway.
Yep.
Yeah.
My friend Brian Fratto,
Who's a music teacher
He's a
here
music
at the
teacher.
charter school on Bowen.
and Nick
Yeah.
was he younger guy. He was like, I want to get into the scene. I heard about this, and it was a fun time. But we had all kinds of bands. We had a
Our code podcast person, Amy, was with Kim.
Kim Field.
And,
They had like an
Roxy.
all girl band. They
Yeah,
played
all-girl band. It was fantastic.
stuff. Larry Liddell was in a band with. He
yeah.
fronted a band actually. They were the best band. By
I
the
thought
way.
at one point I walked in, I thought they were the police.
They started they
so
started the
good.
show playing "Walking on the Moon," and I remember it started, and I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
okay, deep cut." And then they crushed. They closed the show, rightfully so, because they
Rightfully so.
crushed it. They
Yeah.
they played like 7 songs. They were so good. There was just a lot of really great talent, and I'm hoping that we can do it bigger next year.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people saw that show and were like, I want to be a part of that next time.
I will
Some of them, I'm
say
sure, were on the fence, and they're just like, you know what, I'm going to sit this
it's a
one
time
out.
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Because you got to get with these people, practice.
It was
and
and it was
play.
hard to do that with everyone's schedule.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I will
that's
say
worth it.
at the show, it was kind of like a who's who in Arlington music. I had never met John from Frio Trio and Jekyll's
Yeah.
until that show. And EJ's like, hey, be my buddy John. And then I met John, and now I know John.
John's
And John is awesome.
I'm at Dr. Jekyll's on a regular basis.
But it was a good show. Everyone felt connected. Like it was one of those events where everyone was really like vibing on this really cool event that we did like basically ourselves in Arlington. So we're going to do it again somewhere.
Yeah, it's going to be the fall this year. Oh, maybe
You know-
Black Box.
You know what would be
You
really
know,
cool?
I
If you,
love Growl, but I love stages more.
Growl was
So,
Growl is one of those venues you're like, wait, do you have a date on this? And he's like, nope. And we're like, cool, we're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. You need those kind of venues too. I think that you're starting to see like a mix in Arlington of like these differing size and like levels of venues, but that's good. You need those.
Yeah.
You need those
Absolutely.
different things. You,
Well, I
you
mean, look at
need
Deep
black
Elm. They've got
box.
different sizes of
Exactly.
different venues as
Exactly.
well, yeah.
That's what you want when you're trying to build a music scene. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I got my start performing on Truth Vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It was just an open mic. They said, come on up, do whatever.
yeah.
And, now I'm...
And now
Oh, that's
look
what
at
we
you.
met you. Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
And you had
where
the
we met.
coolest business card.
We
that
did. He
anybody
showed
had
us
ever
the
met in
business
my
cards, and we
entire
were
life.
like,
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
this guy.
He's like, scan this code. I was like, what?
Truth Vinyl is how it all got started for
Yeah.
me because...
That's how it got started for us.
I
live, yeah.
went there and I performed and I was like, hey, can I do a DJ thing? And that was my first ever gig was because Rick was just so cool. Rick
Yeah.
and Carol were just so cool. And they said, hey, we've got this stage, do whatever. And that's where I went to the Chat and Do where I got my job at Texas Live.
Yeah.
So
And you worked there for how long?
2 or 3 years,
Okay.
almost, until the pandemic.
Right.
From when they opened until the pandemic.
Yeah.
Didn't you do a one-off there recently?
Oh yeah, I went there Sunday. They needed help with a one-off,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm still involved there to a degree.
Yeah, they're starting to do shows again. I know XKO, which is a
The
local
Fight.
MMA
Yep.
promotion, they did a show out of there, and I know they're having concerts there again, which that place is deceptive if you don't know where the stage is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it's right behind that bar.
Yeah.
So those
The
TVs
screens.
separate.
they lift up.
Oh, they
They're
lift
on the
up. I'm
hoist
sorry.
System.
I thought
yeah.
they
Wow.
separated.
That'd
Oh.
be cool.
Yeah,
That would
that'd
be
be
cool.
that'd be
The
awesome.
logistics on that would be a nightmare, but that would be
Oh, for
cool.
sure.
But yeah,
So they just go
it's-
up.
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
one main LED wall,
Yeah.
2 small ones, and then a middle one.
Gotcha.
And then that's on a hoist system, and I used to press that button. It's just one button, and it goes up,
Oof.
and the same button goes down.
Did you ever prank anybody? Just pull
Oh,
it
yeah.
up for no reason?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I did that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Sometimes it would just be lunch, like
Yeah.
just a random, like a random Tuesday, and I would just like hit the button, and I would stand there, like wave, and then
Yeah.
hit the button again.
Shenanigans at Texas Live. I love it.
So, what do you think you learned at Texas Live that you brought over to the Cove, and now you're bringing over here to Black Box?
Man, Texas Live is fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's a little pricey, but it's fun.
I would do sound probably for 8 to 10 bands a week there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's always fun when we get like the stage plots here, and they're like, man, we got this and this and this and this and this, and I'm just like, cool, I'll have that done in
We're
45
good.
minutes.
Yeah,
We're good.
I've already dealt with that. We're good.
Now, sorry to
Oh
throw
yeah,
you
go
off.
for it, go for it.
Now, did you just work in Texas Live, or did you work at the backyard also? Because
I-
Texas Live is so big.
Yeah, I did
that-
all of them.
Okay, make it sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did all of them, whether it was one member bands, solo singer songwriter
Yeah.
stuff, or some of the big stuff that came through.
Yeah, yeah.
So I learned bulk, just how to
Oh.
handle bands in bulk.
Yeah.
I learned how to work on like larger systems like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it's different than like, oh, my buddy's got a PA
Yeah, I have
and
a-
2-channel
yeah.
mixer. Can you do sound on that? Because at Texas Live, I was working with a 96-channel mixer.
Jeez.
But keep in mind, we were balancing things like bands,
Obviously.
surround sound broadcast mix
Yeah.
for the Rangers, stuff like that.
Rangers, Stars, I'm sure Mavs at some point.
Oh yeah, we did all of them.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot about sports. I guess I'm now a sports guy.
Are you?
Well, no, that's fair though. I mean, that's part of our identity as a city. Like,
yeah.
I hate I don't hate it, but I dislike that everyone's like, oh, I hate that it's all about sports. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't go to games all the time, but it's fun.
It's
I
fun,
understand why people do it, and it's not like we can take the stadiums down
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like,
Plus, the stadiums
They're here.
allow us to have big wrestling shows here, and I'm okay with
Well,
that.
that's
You
true,
get
too.
WrestleMania again.
That's
and
true.
everything. What sport team are you into since you learned so much?
Man, I really found a love for hockey.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't think I would,
Okay.
but
I love hockey.
hockey's cool as
Yeah.
hell, man. I mean, they get to hit each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they play Pantera
Oh, for sure.
on
well,
our
I mean,
team.
there is a famous story about them denting the Stanley Cup at Vinnie Paul's house.
Oh,
That
Have you not heard
sounds.
this?
I've not heard
That
this.
tracks
so-
100% with what I know about
Apparently, from what I've
Pantera.
heard, again, I've never been to Vinnie Paul's house. If it's open for sale and you can make it cheap enough, I might buy it for you. But the pool is shaped like a Crown Royal bottle.
That
Again, that could
That's
be
genius.
falsified.
Yeah.
No,
I
that,
could
that,
see that.
that
Yeah, I could
100% is
But
probably
they
true.
had the Stanley Cup at one point on his balcony, and they were going to throw it off and into the pool.
Yeah.
It missed
Oh.
and hit the edge of the pool and dented, and then it went in the pool.
And this is like the actual, not a
The
replica.
actual Stanley,
Oh,
well, because
man.
everybody gets it for a day.
Yeah.
So, and then of course they did the Stanley Cup theme, or not? They did the Stars theme before they.
So basically, like they were like, "Well, come on over to our house and party when you have the Stanley Cup." And one of the guys who had it was like, "I'm down."
Yeah.
I mean, if Pantera tells you to come party, you
Who's gonna
come
say no?
party.
Say no.
Pantera
Exactly.
was the biggest metal band at that
Yeah,
point.
well, yeah, absolutely. So if exactly.
Yeah.
So when they say show up, you say, "I'll bring
Yeah.
I'll bring all the
You
whiskey."
bring a thing of Crown Royal. And then,
So yeah, we dented the Stanley Cup here in Arlington.
oh man, it's genius. I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was at Campo Verde at one point also, and I'm sure it's made its rounds around Arlington.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, I had to learn, the ins and outs of every sport because
Yeah.
they do like trivia in between innings and stuff like that. So
That's
I
smart.
got to learn all the sports, but I'd say definitely I found it.
What an interesting thing to have learned from a music gig.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think that I would.
Yeah.
But it was nice. Also, I got free tickets to all
Sure.
the stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, awesome.
That's a work perk or whatever. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I like hockey now.
Yeah, I love going. My mom taught me early about hockey, and we used to go to Reunion Arena. We would only sit in the cheap seats because you can see the whole rink. But
Those
I
are my
sat
favorite
real close,
seats.
and it's up higher is a little better because you can see everything.
Yeah,
But
you
up
can
close
watch
is
what's
awesome.
you can actually follow the puck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As opposed to the front, you're like, where's
Right,
the
you're
puck?
going,
at? I don't know where the puck's at.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, cool.
So now that you know how to work a big venue where you can have multiple acts coming through, do you see yourself having shows where there are maybe 4, possibly 5 bands on a
Yeah.
show? Or
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely make that happen.
nice.
We want to start off here with maybe like some solo singer-songwriters, and
Yeah.
then maybe build up to a trio. But I mean, yeah, look at this stage.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Chef D probably had 9 people up here at one point. He had 2 electric guitars, bass, drums, sax,
Yeah.
violin, him, backup singer, and another rapper.
Was it his fiance was a backup singer?
No,
Or
no.
she's still in California.
Sophie is in California. Still.
Okay, gotcha. Now, do you see yourself maybe doing open mics here? Because Truth Vinyl is.
We got a lot of these looks. It means
You're getting a lot of the looks.
Okay.
So
I'm uncovering Easter eggs without even trying.
yeah, it's something we have in the plans, and
Gotcha.
We'll talk a little bit more about it at another time.
Sure.
but
Because Truth Vinyl,
absolutely.
unfortunately.
Well, you need to
has-
come back on for the 5-timers. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's what he's doing. He's not telling us stuff because
he's
he
like,
wants
oh
to
yeah,
tell
that's
I
happening.
can't give. What were we talking about? The milk for free.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
talking about the
exactly.
cows?
You were
Yeah.
giving, and then
Why buy the
now
cow when
you're
you get the
now you're
milk for
pulling
free?
it back.
Exactly.
All right, well,
Okay. Because Truth Vinyl, unfortunately, is
no more
gone under for
at
now.
the moment. Yeah.
For now.
Hopefully they
Right.
come back.
I have high hopes.
Well, I
Me
mean,
too,
hopefully when Front
because
Street starts getting built up
That
again.
was such a fun way to be introduced to the Arlington music scene. It
Yeah.
felt very
Everybody went
organic. Yeah,
every
absolutely.
Thursday. And what was great was right afterwards at Hooligans across the
Yep.
alleyway was the open mic comedy.
Yeah.
So you'd get both. You'd get the best of the musicians and or poetry people because there's a lot of poets that came through, and then you go right across the alleyway and there's comedians.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Shout out to Truth Vinyl. Shout out to Hooligans.
Yeah.
man.
Yes, I haven't been to Hooligans in a long
Me
time.
either. I need to go back sometime.
Marriage made in heaven.
It really was.
Yeah.
That alley was magical.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you saw, but they recently
They named it, right?
They named
Yep.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's officially.
And they
Urban
apparently
Alley.
that the people that used to hang out there kind of named it that.
Yeah.
And so that was
That
like
was-
a cool.
I think that was
like,
Carol's idea.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was. Yeah.
And then she moved to Florida, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in Florida now.
She posted about it
She did.
whenever she was like, oh, they made it the thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the most unknown gem when it comes to this black box?
We have a wide
man.
array of gear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
That,
dope back
um,
here.
Not just what you see here,
Right.
but and this
What I
goes
see
for the
here is
Cove
so
also.
good.
Right.
Alan Pesci, who is the owner of this place
Yeah.
and the Cove, he has a large warehouse full of. If you want to play this amp, let us know, and if we have it, you can come make
Oh,
your
yeah.
record with this amp.
Yeah.
If you want to play on this drum set, let us know.
Right.
If you need this cymbal, if you need this, whatever, if you need this guitar pedal, just let us know. And you can use it for your record.
Wow.
That's
and-
what I've enjoyed. Kind of like I'm kind of a gear nerd,
Yep.
so like when I go into the studio at the Cove,
I
I'm
mean, you
always
ran
like,
the
oh my
studio
god.
at Laser Tracks.
Yeah, I mean that was
Still
that
does.
was a studio like your
Oh,
buddy
yeah.
has a PA that you want to run sound with. This is a studio,
Yeah.
so. Well, I've enjoyed being up here. I can't wait to see what else, what happens here as we try to get towards a new normal, and who comes and graces this awesome stage.
Yeah.
I currently have the next date booked
Oh.
as June 26th. June is next month, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is.
we have June 26th booked. And it's not someone who's in the Arlington scene.
Hmm.
Okay.
So it's someone who's a little...
Bigger.
he's
Post-
pretty big.
Post Malone.
It's Post... No, I'm just kidding.
You gave all the milk away
It's
there.
actually the...
He does love the Metroplex.
It's
so.
the Kanye West Taylor Swift reunion.
Oh
special.
wow!
No,
Right here at the
Finally.
Black Box.
Finally.
That would be cool. And if y'all
Sunday-
are watching, Kanye,
Yeah, Kanye.
call me.
Hey Taylor.
Sunday church.
But yeah, so I have the next one booked, the next live stream. But I'll put my email in the chat again. We're looking to fill
Yeah.
between then and after then.
Right,
so
right.
we are currently booking.
And then obviously, as you twitched earlier, there might be an open mic. There might be other things down the pipeline that we obviously will hear about in the future.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to be back here
Mhm.
with actual musicians on. Not the, every musician playing music. Sorry,
Yeah.
all
Right.
three of you are
I was about
actual
to say,
musicians.
man.
I'm a DJ. I don't know if we can loosely
You just said you
qualify
played.
that as
You
music.
play
You play guitar.
Yeah,
You just
but-
said that.
yeah, but,
I play didgeridoo, but I don't
We
make
played
music.
guitar together.
Yeah, we play guitar together.
If I could do a solo didgeridoo show, I don't think anybody would come.
You just need to do the ambient drums like you did that one time, and you got it,
I can do
man.
that easily.
Yes,
But,
bring it back.
Yeah. I'll give you more info on that June 26th.
Cool.
And I'd like for y'all to be my special guest. if y'all can make it.
Oh,
So we're on the
100%.
VIP list?
VIP
We made the list?
So
Ooh,
we talked
make
about,
it.
more intimate shows. So
Yeah.
I think there's room for you guys on a lot of our VIP lists.
Oh, nice.
I think we
I
could-
live literally half a mile away.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I live in South Arlington, but I will make it up here no matter what.
Yeah.
We have our
Um,
own proverbial jacket for you to sign.
Oh,
so-
it's this.
Ooh, I like that. I wouldn't also hate a storyteller's maybe situation here as well.
Oh, this would be the perfect venue for
Yeah.
like a storyteller
Oh, yeah.
type situation.
Yes.
I think I think
Okay.
we made Owen switch now. This
Wow,
is great.
Owen's over here giving us the
All
look.
right. Man, look at all these things. It's just like I'm hitting a minefield, but in a good way.
But in a great way.
Yeah.
Owen and I have been planning things for the last year
Okay.
that are finally coming to fruition.
Now that you have like the ability to do the things that you were talking about.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Cove's backyard would be great also for live shows.
No, we talked about
Oh no! I discovered another one.
that. Oh
Oh
goodness.
man, I feel like I should be married Paul
think
McCartney
it's-
or something.
I think
He's
it's
got so
time for you
many
guys to
minds.
go home.
Yeah, I think it's time for you guys to stop.
We have used our too much of our.
ruining all of our secrets.
Oh, man.
Well, thank you everybody for
Yes,
watching.
yes, thank you.
We'll
We're
be
getting
back.
kicked out because we're too good at our jobs.
You'll
gotta cut
never hear
it
from
out
these guys
and-
again. They're
yeah.
gonna disappear.
They're our special guests next time, and then you'll never hear from them
Never hear
again.
from them.
Oh no, their microphones
Just
are off. How
kidding.
weird. That's so unfortunate.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Oh no.
Well, while we have you, what's your favorite pizza place? in
No,
Arlington?
we already know that.
They don't.
No,
These
no,
people
no,
live
it
may not.
changed,
It
changed.
changed.
Oh, there we are.
Was it jury duty?
So it was the last time y'all asked me this.
Yeah.
I think I
Okay,
said
good
CC's
call.
or something.
Good call.
And Owen was so excited about a place called Cane Rosso.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that excitement, I love seeing people excited about something.
Yeah.
Whether it's music or food or
And it's just something that triggers in them.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you hear it, you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so Owen was like, "You got to check this place out." So we've been talking,
okay.
and we finally made it out today.
Yeah.
Hours ago.
Hours
Cane
ago.
Rosso.
And what do you think?
I like it. It's good
Yes,
pizza.
it's so good.
It's good pizza.
They also, it's a really cool. I love what they've done with their patio and
Yeah.
and the inside. It's like
Yeah.
a really cool vibe. And
That bar looks so cool.
I've been to other Cane Russos,
yes.
like in Deep Ellum and in Carrollton. But I'm a little biased. I like this one.
I mean, the Fort Worth one's nice, but it's still like it feels clean and pristine. Not that this one's not clean, but I meant like
This one's
it
in an
just
old
kinda looks like-
radiator shop.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It still has the sign up. So yeah, no, this kind of roast.
Well, that's all. What do you have a favorite pizza there yet,
Yeah.
or?
I tried the
You had
margarita,
the margarita, right?
and then
That's
I
good.
had Owen and I exchanged slices. He got one of my margaritas, and
Fair
I got
trade.
one of his.
I had the Emma.
I had
Okay.
one of
Sausage
his
pizza.
Emma sausage
Super
pizzas.
good.
Oh.
You got to try that honey bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happy hour is to die for.
Okay.
Those pizzas are very affordable during happy hour.
What time is happy hour?
4 to
It's,
6.
yeah, 4 to 6.
I
might
get
be
off.
3 to 6.
I get off work at 4.
No,
is all
it's
I'm
4 to
saying.
6.
So if
Okay,
you guys
yeah,
are back
pretty
up
sure.
there anytime, let me know.
I'm giving
Uh,
you one
yeah.
of those nods. again.
I'm probably gonna go there once a week, so
Yeah.
we'll check it out sometime.
We could have a Zaw day.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
for that.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Their
Cool.
appetizers are amazing too.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
they
Man,
have their
that
own,
cheese bread,
Yeah.
They
I
have
haven't had the cheese bread
macaroni.
yet.
and it is
Okay.
really good.
all
Some
of it.
good macaroni.
I've not had anything bad at Cane Russo.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's a plug.
There's a plug. Cane Rosso, go check them out.
If you're watching it, sponsor us.
If
Yeah,
do
come
that,
sponsor
number
us,
one,
Cane
Cane
Russo.
Russo. But number
We'd love
two,
to
just
have
come
you.
down here and go.
Yeah, sponsor them,
Just like 2
sponsor us,
days.
sponsor everything.
Sponsor
else.
everyone. Come on.
Not even with money, just free pizza.
Yeah, I would
yeah,
exactly.
pizza
Just give me
at
like
me,
one honey
please.
bastard a week. I don't care.
I'm here to pick up my honey badger. Thank you very much.
It's for Daryl, Arlington Citizen Media. No, I'm just kidding. I don't big time like that. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah.
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait to see shows here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around, I'm like, full of people.
Full of people,
Gonna be great.
full of music, full
Yeah.
of
Full of
good
love.
times, full of love.
Yeah, I mean, that's what music is. Music is art, and art
It's
is love.
sonic love.
We need more of it.
Yep.
So, thank you for being the ambassadors of music here in Arlington. Whether it be the recording process or the live stream or live show aspect, you're delivering it all.
We're happy to do what we can.
And then maybe a rehearsal studio.
rehearsals, live streams,
Okay, yeah.
CD release.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, do you remember Dreamworld at all? Were you around for Dreamworld?
Yes.
You remember Dreamworld?
That was the first show I've ever been to is at Dreamworld.
Okay, yeah. So I help with those guys a lot because two of my friends live there, basically. Like, actually, they live there. But they had the rehearsal studios in the front. Then there was the studio. Then there was the concert
I had a
hall.
rehearsal studio
Yeah.
there.
So
Full of
I
mice.
think that we need rehearsal studios here in Arlington.
We do.
And we have enough. I mean, we can never have too many music venues. I'll say that right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But, you know, you guys have the studio to go to here in Arlington. I don't know who Kurt Franklin is. I've heard about him, but, you know.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah. Forget that guy.
I'm just kidding. Like, I don't really want to make Kirk
If you're
Franklin mad.
listening,
Franklin,
don't
if
listen
you're
to him.
listening,
We
come-
respect you, Kurt.
Yeah, 100%.
You know
That was
what?
more of a joke than that you won't talk to us.
yeah.
Like that, we're just a little, we're a little hurt by that.
I can work
but-
myself into a shoot, but I'm not going to.
Also, come through, Kirk Franklin. if you want to do a rehearsal here,
Yeah.
it's on me.
I mean,
It's on
Look at all the
Dakota.
room here. Why
it's
wouldn't
not
you?
like their guys haven't been here before anyway, so
This is also true.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but yes, this place is fantastic. More people need to be here, visit shows, play shows if you are a musician. And then there may or may not be an open mic that if you are an up and coming musician, or just want to get your reps in, because that's the main thing about open mics, getting the reps in.
Yeah.
Not every show is going to be Wembley
I'd
Stadium.
never heard it described that way, but that's actually a really good
Yeah.
analogy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get those reps in, because if you want to play live shows, you've got to get your stuff solid.
Yeah.
So get it in, play open mics. I'd host one. There's multiple
I'm
around
going
the city.
next week.
Yeah, Grounds of Gold every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. I'll be hosting next week, not this week.
Yeah. Can I give some shout outs to some people?
Yeah.
Always
that
give
we,
shout-outs.
we
I mean, it's your
mentioned
stream,
in the-
number
in the
one.
stream.
That's true.
Speaking of open mics,
Ah.
Patrick Pombuena is starting one or hosting one.
Where?
I know he was real jazzed about that, so look into that. Follow him on all the stuff.
Okay.
We mentioned Larry Liddell.
Yeah, Larry.
He's got a new single out.
Yes.
sure does.
It's awesome.
It is.
Go
Everything
stream it.
Larry does is
You
fantastic.
should.
That's
you
true.
should.
Yeah, everything he does is great. Go stream some of Larry's stuff. Larry and Darla.
Larry and
They're great.
Darla. They
Check
are
them
great.
out. Man, who else did we mention? September Moon.
September Moon, Frio Trio.
All great.
Yeah. Artemis Funk.
You know,
Sly
we're
Fungi.
naming all of these Arlington bands, and like it's banger after banger
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
banger after banger. Like I keep trying to tell people, Arlington has a music scene. Like it is up and coming, but it is like solidifying. I mean, you could obviously look where we're at, right?
Yeah.
Like if you had told me that I'd be up here doing something like this, like when I was a kid, I'd have been like, "What? There's live music in Arlington?" What? And there probably was, right? I was young,
Right.
but it feels now like
It's coming together. People like Abel Delilah come from other places
Yeah.
to play in Arlington.
Yeah.
Like that's huge.
And that's exactly what you want. You want Arlington to be like a destination, not just an afterthought.
Yeah.
Which I think is what we're kind of cultivating here. We're all trying to help cultivate here.
Right. And that's the thing is they want so much for people to come to the stadiums, but what do they do when their game is done?
Yeah.
They have to go see live music. They have to eat somewhere.
What do they do on the other days that aren't Sunday when
Right.
there's not a football game?
Right.
Yeah.
Or when there's not a Ranger game.
Yeah.
Stars don't play here.
Yeah.
XFL's not here yet. Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Is The Rock watching?
I hope
Rock.
Dwayne
Hey,
Johnson.
Mr.
I love
Rock.
your tequila, first off.
He commented a bunch of times.
And we could
He-
talk about wrestling for a very long time.
Yeah, The Rock
But
loves Artemis.
Oh
Fowl.
wow,
Oh,
that's
good. That's
cool.
great.
Sounds like a kind of
bet
band he'd love.
He's
Yeah.
probably in the Iron Paradise, working
yeah.
out to. Yeah, I love it.
He's,
clanging and banging.
he's just singing "Hold It Down" by Artemis Fowl.
Those horns, they kick so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Yeah, they
it's
do.
Not. He's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
The Rock's not
Oh, no,
wrong.
he's
The
not
Rock. The Rock is not wrong about Artemis
Yeah.
Funk.
The Rock's favorite band, Artemis Funk. That's the name of their new album. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But while you're here checking out sports events, you have to eat somewhere. You have to drink somewhere.
Yep.
You have to go somewhere to see live music.
Yep.
And this is it. This is the place, this area. And if you want great barbecue, literally right next door.
We didn't even talk about
man.
Hurtado.
Yeah.
It's literally right next door.
Yeah.
Literally.
Didn't they? What was Vic saying? They got best in Texas.
Oh,
best
yeah.
Wow.
barbecue in Texas.
Vic was saying that Hurtado was voted best barbecue in Texas, and I think you were saying like Arlington, Texas, and then he was like, no,
Texas.
all of
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
I went down. I've been to a lot of like of the good,
Yeah,
the really
we've been
good
to Franklin's
barbecue. I've been to
together.
Franklin's. I've been to Pecan Lodge. Like
Yeah.
I've been to like some of the stuff in Central Texas. Like Hurtado is up there, if not one of the best in my opinion. Like the moment one of our first interviews was actually Brandon Hurtado
At
Division when he first kind of opened his
that's
truck
awesome.
over there, and like I rolled up at 10 in the morning to do this interview before they kind of got their day going, and he's like, "Hey man, you want a rib?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I had it, and I was like, "This is the best rib I've had forever." Like
My girlfriend
right away.
does not like barbecue. She's not a fan. She does not like. She doesn't have that craving. Whatever. She also grew up in New Orleans, so barbecue's not all that great down there. But she had hurtado, and she was waiting till the next time she could have hurtado because it's that good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
So it's a huge compliment.
ready to try it. I haven't had it yet.
You haven't had it yet?
Man.
haven't had it
All
yet.
right, well,
Dakota.
podcast number
Wrap it
5.
up. We're going to time.
There are work neighbors, and I haven't had a chance to make it over there yet. Well, you know, when I was working at Texas Live, I got like, I'm going to use air quotes around free.
Oh, Lockhart's.
Because, you know, it wasn't free,
Yeah.
wink, wink. But I got a lot of barbecue there. So I didn't have to venture elsewhere for barbecue. But
Which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not
What,
terrible.
Lockhart?
yeah, Lockhart,
It's okay.
It's good barbecue.
Yeah.
It's good barbecue, but
But it's not
I'm
Hurtado.
ready to try Hurtado.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
as you should.
Hurtado.
Yeah.
You gotta wait in that line. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
Even Hurtado has music though. They have people that
Yeah.
come and play music on the weekends.
And they'll have even more once they open this bar.
Yeah,
next to 'em.
I
That's
agree.
the cool thing about this strip of land right here. It's like
Yeah.
live music, live music, live
Yeah.
music, live
Tipsy Oak
music.
does
Tipsy
it.
Oak,
Legal
Legal
Draft.
Draft does
Legal
it.
Draft.
Cartel.
Cartel does it.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if you
they
go
do.
just across the street, you know, Abram is also full
Yeah.
of live music.
Division has people.
Division.
Division obviously has Growl behind them. Mavericks has live music. Think
Gilligan's.
You
Gilligan.
mentioned
Yeah,
Division
Gilligan's.
Street Brewing.
Division Street
Yeah,
Brewery.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Truth Vinyl used to have some, you know, there's just always live music. Arlington's one of those towns where it's like, if you're a musician, you're going to have a gig on Friday night.
Yeah.
Just because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you can go see other musicians play. Get
Or if you're
inspired.
not, you can
100%.
literally just like go stand on a corner
can
over
busk.
here and busk.
Busking is legal in
Yeah,
Arlington.
100%.
You can do it.
Without a doubt. And
Yeah.
also, like, you go even further up across the stadium, L.A.B's. They have good music on the weekends. So
This is a good segue into saying that we are a music-friendly,
We are a
Yeah.
music-friendly city. That was
Music-friendly city.
recently
It's
recently
certified
done.
music
Yeah.
friendly.
certified.
put the
Thanks,
stamp on
thanks, Austin.
Yeah,
it. Hey.
But we're coming for you.
we're coming.
We just don't want to be as big.
Yeah.
We don't want people moving
I
into
do.
venues and be like, it's too loud.
I want to be better
Yeah.
than. Well, okay, that's fair. I had a couple of people that tell me about people that moved down to Austin, like where all the venues are, and they're like, "It's too loud out here." Well, what did you expect? You moved into an apartment
For a
across from a
reason.
venue.
Yeah.
The Mohawk was here long before this apartment was. Okay,
Sorry you can't enjoy your wine on your balcony because
because there's a rock show
Yeah,
Because
happening.
there's awesome music.
Yeah, my bad.
That's such a cool venue.
It is
Oh, yeah.
right. I love the outside area that
Yeah.
they have there, and
Yeah.
I saw some wrestling there.
You
It was
saw
really
many
fun.
wrestling there, yeah.
That's
I've seen
awesome.
bands there too, though, and it's really fun.
I would say, wrestling's too big for this place.
Yes, way too big. The ring would take
the
up.
ring, not people wise.
The ring would take up that entire-
Unfortunately, would not work. But
Probably figure out something to make it
I've thought
happen.
about the parking lot behind this place, and then a concert inside here or VIP. or
The roof
something.
is flat.
Is the roof accessible?
Not
There's probably also a weight limit
yet.
too.
Yeah,
Well,
there
that's what I'm
probably
wondering.
is a
That's
weight
what I'm
limit.
like weight limit wise.
Or we
So
could-
basically, we're brainstorming a
focus
wrestling
on
show
that.
on top of this
Oh,
place.
sure.
we could do
Okay.
the show.
Kyle
on
from
Cove,
Pele Pro Wrestling,
And then
and
just
trying to
stream
hook you
it
up
to
there.
these TVs.
Oh yeah, you could, and you could have. Oh man, look at that.
Closed circuit.
It's like
Or
1985 all over
You
again.
were mentioning the
WrestleMania.
musician lottery. We could make those guys wrestle each other for the top spot.
Oh yeah,
I like
yeah,
all
yeah.
this.
Wow, the top.
I'm giving you that look again.
You know, I was having a thought while y'all were talking about that earlier. You know, it'd be really cool to do for musicians lottery.
Oh yeah,
We'd,
tell us more about that.
it'd be cool if you guys did something where you had them basically be in the lottery, but then they recorded something.
Oh yeah.
That might be really fun.
That was our that was our idea for the second version that didn't actually happen because of COVID. We were talking about doing like a recording version of that, so that
Yeah.
you can kind of space out and you don't have to have people here. But
Yeah.
I think if you can combine them, it would be really fun
Yeah.
Yeah.
to do, and it would be a fun like snapshot of Arlington music.
Yeah. Well, also you get a lot of those people. I don't know how much they still played after that because the pandemic hit pretty hard right afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of those people kept in contact.
Yeah, I talk to Larry all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Larry's cool, man.
I actually know
Very
Larry's
good.
son. I actually knew Larry's son before I knew Larry.
Oh, okay.
And now, like, I talk to Larry more than I talk to Dallas's son.
He talks about his son. I may have met him, but I'm not sure I've actually
You went to... No, you were out of school by the time he was
Yeah.
in school. No, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, we graduated at 1, so.
He was in 9th grade. Yeah, I think he was out of school.
Okay. Either way.
Well, if only you guys knew a place where musicians could stay a long period of time,
Oh, man.
possibly overnight, and record downstairs.
Almost
like
sounds
even
like...
a couple rooms if
It
there was
al-
multiple people.
It almost sounds like a place I know that's not very far from this place.
Huh.
Sounds. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Guess we'll never
Is
know.
it the Dove?
The
No,
Dove. The
the
Dove.
Dove?
It's the Dove.
It's not Dove either.
It's
no.
not Dove.
It's not the soap.
The Loave?
It's
the
love.
earlobe.
Is it
Ah, the
love?
bow.
No.
The bow.
Is it?
It's the Cove. but spelled
Is it the
with a K.
stove?
Yeah, the Cove.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Cove.
Oh,
Yes,
the
yes,
Cove.
that's
Yeah,
it.
okay. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's the Cove.
It is the Cove
Which?
studio.
What is the address for the Cove for people who want to
Oh man.
online and in real
Yeah,
life?
just give him the website,
Yeah,
right?
just
I
go to the
imagine
website.
that.
We don't need to stalk it.
You can. We're actually revamping our website right now.
okay.
Even better.
Facebook.
So
Facebook.
find us on Facebook, The Cove Studios, Instagram, _Cove_Studios, and now on TikTok.
Oh!
Trying it out.
Congratulations.
You can see Owen dancing.
It is so cringeworthy. It's,
No, dude, I'm on TikTok. I love it. Like, I
Yeah,
dance
he
on my...
TikToks are awesome.
I dance on my garden.
He
like-
learns all the time.
Yeah, _Cove_Studios at TikTok.
I know what I get. I know who I'm following.
There you
So.
go. Love it. I'm not on the talk of ticks yet.
Not yet. Everyone will be one day.
I
maybe.
think I'm too elderly to.
I thought, look, I'm older than you are, and
But you pull it off. You're
they've
really-
embraced me.
shame.
So.
Yeah. No shame. Come on.
I wouldn't have nearly as cool content as you do.
Yeah, you've been really killing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I had one go, it was like semi-viral the other day, and that was
Really?
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
got like 100,000 views on it.
100,000.
Yeah, I was like 100,000 people saw me do this.
Well, if people want to follow
crazy.
you on TikTok, where can they do so?
It's at the Arlington Field Lab. I post a lot about my garden,
Yeah. Which is the Arlington Field Lab.
which is called the Arlington Field Lab. I finally got some tomatoes growing, so it's
Hey.
it's gonna be a good year, I think.
I got a friend bringing up a tomato plant for me.
I heard I'm gonna have to help you keep it alive. I think.
I think so, probably so. Yeah.
But yeah,
but
TikTok's fun. You should definitely, if you should follow the Cove, you should follow
Yeah.
me.
Arlington Citizen Media is not on TikTok.
Not yet.
That's a lot of work
Yeah.
that I will let Daryl do because he is TikTok famous now.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Did you
famous.
hear he had one have like 100,000?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Which I googled it.
wow.
That is viral.
Oh yeah.
Is it viral?
Over 100,000 people is viral.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
All
know there
right.
was a definition
mean,
for that.
I
there
was
is.
thinking that too because I was like, well, like 60,000 is like, yeah, that's a lot of people, but
lot
it's
of
not
people.
like viral.
Right.
Okay.
I imagine it's also changed within the
That's
years. too,
fair.
'cause
That's
I
fair.
remember, like when YouTube first came out, the first video I watched was like "Crank That Soldier Boy," the music video,
Oh man.
and it had like
That's forever ago.
800,000, and I was like,
There's so many people watch this.
That's like the Super Bowl. Like that's how
Yeah,
many
think
people
about
watch
a
the Super
venue
Bowl.
with 100,000 people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, but now you see a video and it's got like 50 million, and you're like, that's nothing.
Really? Yeah. That's where I was like, well, 100,000 not nothing. It's
Nobody's
fine.
watching
It's all,
it.
yeah, like no one's.
Yeah, that's viral right there.
All right.
But
Well,
if you want to check us out, Arlington Citizen Media on all social media platforms. Twitter is ATX Citizen Media. 'cause Arlington is too long.
ArlingtonCitizenMedia.com.
Yeah. Our podcast is called The Downtown on all podcast platforms.
We should have brought our banner. We just
Rate
got a
it,
banner.
Subscribe it, share it, love it.
If you ever see us out and about, come talk to us. Like I'm a pretty open guy. Like obviously I'm dancing on TikTok.
You'll see me at almost any.
You'll see him
venue.
more actually, but
But
maybe
yeah.
not. I'm coming back out now that I got the shot. So,
And you live, you live right down the street from all the downtown.
I
fun.
do. I'm going to Caves on Saturday because
Ooh,
Frio Trio is playing,
There you go.
That sounds
and
fun.
Abel Delilah.
Boom.
That's
So it's gonna
already
be
a killer lineup.
that's right. Going to be a banger of a show.
That's Caves too. Like
I know.
that's the place we go.
We didn't
drink.
even talk
think
about Caves.
No. Well, I mean, it's
Another stop.
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
just think about it as a
Arlington
music venue, which is unfortunate, but they do have a lot of bands there.
Yeah.
It's not just.
They have
karaoke
cool
night.
shows too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Henry the Archer's played there, and like
Yeah.
lots of like really
Yeah,
rad
Chef
people
D's
played.
played
Shit.
there
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Jacob Serrano, Jacob and the Ethnics are starting to play there a lot. Shout out to them.
Boom.
Good stuff.
Like that patio is pretty killer.
That
Yeah.
patio is like, and I remember I'm old enough to remember it being smaller,
Yep.
and now it's
Skippy's
so
Mistake
big now.
Old.
Huh?
Skippy's Mistake old. Or,
No, like probably a couple of years after that.
Oh,
But the
okay.
patio was like a quarter of the size that it is
Right.
now.
Yeah.
I remember
on
being
that.
out there on like packed like Fat Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Just people, and it was a small patio, but it was fenced in, and it was just like we were sardines in there.
And Oktoberfest.
And now that you think about COVID, you're like, never mind. I don't want to do that.
It
Do
was-
you guys remember those punk shows over at Sunshine? Right,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Which is like that's the perfect punk venue.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
it really is.
Sunshine has shows. I mean, I don't know if they've had them in a while, but
Yeah. I don't know.
see, look at all these places to play music in Arlington.
Yeah.
We haven't even touched all of them.
I know
Yeah, you
we've
haven't
literally
even
only been
touched,
like on like,
like, the west
this
side of
part of
the
the
city.
city.
Yeah,
Probably
probably
the-
like a third of them.
Right.
And that's being generous.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do y'all want to end on a quick September Moon story? I don't think we.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't-
What's your
I don't-
September
I
Moon
want one
story?
from. Okay, so I guess mine is right before the pandemic started and everything got shut down. I threw. I used to play this thing called The Drop at Texas Live,
Okay.
and it was my birthday show, and they came out. And,
Oh, wow.
And I love them. They used to also play at Texas Live a lot, so. It would be to where they would start at a certain time. I would be DJing later, so I'd come see them. And then when they were done with their set, they'd come see me. And they're just great. I love them.
I'm pretty sure like the similar thing happened with the Arlington Musicians Hall. They weren't in it, but they showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like to support.
Yeah.
Which that's one of the things I've always loved about September Moon is that they're not just like, oh, come to our show. Like they go to your show.
Yeah.
They're like out there like promoting and like talking about Arlington, and I love it.
Yeah.
Which again, September Moon, if you want to be on our podcast, we would love to have you. Or if you want us to introduce you and we can just sing the praises of September Moon before you play,
We'll spend a good 5 minutes.
we'll do it all day. Our intro might be longer than your set. We don't even know.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
Dakota
we'll just keep
didn't-
telling stories.
Didn't you run sound for those guys over at Jay Gilligan's recently?
Oh,
Yeah, they were at Gilligan's with the Penguins.
nice.
So I was doing sound, and man, they killed it.
As
usual.
per
I mean,
usual.
they played Levitt recently too.
Yeah, and that was their second set of the day because that
I
was
thought
the
they
same
played
day.
at West
They
Main.
played West Main, and
Yeah,
then immediately brought all their stuff over, and they were like, "All right, round two,"
yeah.
and then killed it again.
Because that's what they do.
Because that's
what
just
they
what they do.
September Moon kills it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the best note to end on, honestly. September Moon is the best.
yeah. Also, Black Box is the best. Come out to Black Box if you're a musician. If you have a CD release party, come out, book your stuff. There might.
If you
there
need to
might not
record
be-
the CD,
Yeah.
go to the Cove.
Yeah, go to the Cove and then come over here. Just book through the same people. It's one email.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to email different
can't,
people.
You can't go wrong if you hit me up or Dakota up. We'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Come see
We'll
us.
take care of you.
Let's have fun together.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us out. And
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, please.
I look forward to coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I am here with Zachary Villarreal, aka Zachary Lastname. He just released a single, "Tonight Your Arms Are Home." How are you today? First off,
Dude, I'm great, honestly. I mean, it finally stopped raining
Exactly.
for a couple minutes.
It's still a little
yeah.
cloudy outside.
Yeah.
It could pick back up.
It'll pick back up.
Yeah. So, the new song, "Tonight Your Arms Are Home." How would you describe this song to somebody who hadn't heard it yet, or who's about to hear it? I guess.
I mean, if you're really into a very just, I mean, I hate to use the word, but I mean, chill vibe. You know, I mean, it's very atmospheric. It's very 80s. It's very reverby. It's very just groove, four to the floor. I mean, it's kind of disco inspired from like the rhythm of it.
Right.
It kind of keeps going the whole time. But it's very 80s, kind of new wave, kind of inspired.
I was going to say I get very synth pop. vibe
Yeah, it's
from
very
it. Yeah.
synth poppy. So I was trying to go 70s, but it wound up 80s. So instinctually, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess kind of what's the story behind the song?
Actually, like I just got out of a pretty nasty relationship, and it was just kind of like what I wanted it to have been. You know, kind of like that. I don't know. I grew up watching Pretty in Pink, and just all those old school
rom-coms.
cliche 80s, cliche 80s films where it's just the pure. It's not about snorting rails of coke and like getting laid. It's just the girl, the girl and the guy, and just trying to like get her attention, and it's just very. She noticed me, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, and getting up the courage to ask her to dance with you, and it's just very cheesy, I guess, but sweet.
Of course. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's cheesy and it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheesy to be cheesy.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not like Grandmaster Flash cheesy. Yeah.
So you've had a bit of a busy 2021. So you've released 7 singles so far and an album, Sophomore Slump. I'm guessing you spent your COVID time recording?
Oh, dude, that's all I did. That's all I did, man. And it's funny because a lot of that second album was actually an album that I recorded before I released my first album.
Wow.
So I kind of re-recorded a lot of old stuff during COVID. And then some of them, half of it was new. I'd say like the last half of the album was brand new material, and then the first half was old stuff that I never released.
Right.
So
why do you feel you did? Do you feel that you didn't have to do much work when it came to re-recording them, or was there like you went back, listened to them, and you're like, I need to fix this, this, and this?
it's interesting. Like, I was in a metal band for almost 10 years, and we never released an album because by the time we wrote our last song for the album, it eclipsed everything we had already been doing. So it was like, we're better than this, so we'd scrap it. And so then we eventually would just break up, and then we wouldn't have any music. And so I just realized, like, well, since I own my own music and I record it at my apartment, like, I don't have to release it if I don't want to. And I kind of release it as some of them as demos, like on SoundCloud, like, and I don't tell anybody. And I'll ask the people that listen to it. And if I'm not getting like a lot of like, dude, oh my gosh, yeah, like kind of that dopamine, you know, like give me that song, then I'm like, it's not ready. Like it's just not ready. So sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's like I don't know why the song doesn't work. But that last song, I'm not gonna lie, Tonight Your Arms Are Home, it started as a completely other song, and luckily I can get into that in a minute. But yeah, to answer your question, it's half and half.
Okay, then tell us the story. How did it come along?
Okay, so there's this song that I I did release it, but I took it down because I hated it. It was called Live Free and Die Old, kind of the opposite of Live Fast, Die Young, kind of enjoy your life, you know. And so the chord progression was like super simple, but it was like too simple and I hated it. And so I scrapped it, took it offline, and while I was re-recording it, I came up with an alternate bridge for the song. And that bridge was so catchy that I was like, I'm just going to scrap this whole entire song and focus on this bridge, bring it out, and just make this, I mean, because I was like addicted to listening to it over and over and over again. So I was like, this has to be the song. So, I mean, songs, are crazy, dude. Like,
It's very catchy.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know, obviously most people maybe not want to have them as catchy. They're like, no, I want to create a good song, but it's very catchy and it's very awesome.
I wanted it, you know, actually, honestly, I didn't go in with any kind of, I just kind of let the song take the reins. I mean, I don't know, some musicians, I'm not even gonna lie, even myself, if I'm trying to force a song, that kind of explains why I didn't release that album, because it was forced. It was kind of like I liked some of it, but I was trying to release music, so hey, I'm making music, release it. But I don't know, man, like, I'm sorry, I guess it's complicated.
Okay. So, you said you're recording a music video for this.
I am.
What can people expect from the video, and when will it be released?
Okay, so it was originally going to be released probably within about a month from now, but my cameras that I bought aren't picking up the lighting effects that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a lot of like black light, I'm trying to do a lot of face paint, trying to do a lot of smoke.
Very cool.
Just very saturated kind of it's faintly inspired in the slightest by David Bowie's Heroes. Where,
awesome.
you know, he's kind of just standing there by himself, and like, you know, there's like this foggy room. And so that's kind of the only resemblance, where it's just me in a room that's kind of foggy, but the rest is very like, I'm trying to kind of create like a visual story to tell through like body paint, and I don't know, it's interesting. That's all I can tell.
I'm very interested in seeing what the final product plan looks like.
It's supposed to be kind of psychedelic, but no CGI, like all just, you know, the way I move my hands and like create kind of different.
Right.
I don't know. It's gonna take a minute, because now I have to hire people who work with that black lighting and like all that stuff, which is, from what I've read, way more complicated than I thought. So,
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I'd say December at the latest.
Hey, at least you got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, what does playing shows look like for you? Have you been booking anywhere? Have you been playing anywhere?
Actually, that's kind of been the plan now.
Okay.
Is now that I've been reaching out and getting my feet wet and building some groundwork with the pre-production of this music video. I have 3 or 4 songs. 2 of them I've released, 2 of them I haven't, that are kind of going to be the EP that I really press.
Yeah.
And it's once I get these last 2 songs finished recording wise, I'd say within 2 months. I'd say by September, I'm going to be playing anywhere in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Very nice.
It's probably just going to be me. Unfortunately, I'll probably just have to play guitar and sing live and have everything else backtracked. Unless you like the song that you're going to hear and want to help play live.
Hey, there you go.
It's up to you.
There's a lot of amazing musicians out in the Metroplex, whether they're in bands or not always in bands.
I always assume that most musicians are better than me, so hit me up.
There you go. Good. No, we can go on that. I love it. So we kind of talked before this that you're inspired by David Bowie in the fact that you, almost like Bruce Lee, you want to be like water. You want to be very fluid and always kind of changing and doing different things. Now, you were in metal bands, like you said. You had some punk rock music also on your Spotify.
Yeah.
And then you've got this amazing synth pop song. Do we see a little more changes in the future, or are you just kind of keeping yourself open to everything?
Actually, that's a really cool question. I've briefly talked about this online. An artist from Spain actually messaged me because they heard my single, and I have their track actually on YouTube, and it, production-wise, blows my stuff out of the water. This guy's, in my opinion, way more talented than I am. And so we talked, and we're gonna try and make like a little side project collaboration via just internet, sending each other files and just sending each other waves and just kind of making something that we can agree on and then releasing it whenever it's ready. And it's kind of going to be a mixture of what he does and what I do, but it's still going to be kind of in that nostalgia kind of realm. But in my opinion, I think it might be better than what I'm doing now.
That's amazing.
So, but that's halfway around the globe. I don't know when that'll be ready, and it hasn't officially started. But him and I have officially agreed to do that. So that's really cool.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens there as well.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We don't know. So it's gonna be great. Okay, so if people want to listen to the new single, your other stuff, or find you online, how can they do so?
Everything now is under Zachary Lastname, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram. Anything you can think of, just find me. Zachary Lastname. Last name is one word.
Yeah.
Most people space it. It's not. It's just two words. Zachary Lastname. But big stuff is coming, guys. If you're a big fan of that indie pop, retro kind of throwback music, check me out. And just big stuff. Seriously.
There you go. Zach, thanks for coming back. And
as always.
We can't wait to have you the next time you got some stuff.
Next time I'll be bringing some goodies.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, enjoy this song. Tonight, Your Arms Are Home.
Staring, no one was around. I saw you.
All right. Well, thank you so much to our guests. Thank you to Dakota and Eoin from the Black Box for letting us come out and check out the space. Can't wait to see more of what they have. Thanks to Zach Lastname.
Yeah, Zach Lastname, aka Villarreal.
Yes. So thanks for coming on the show and thanks for coming on the show and.
Tonight, Your Arms Are Home is a fantastic song. It's a banger that I don't think he even tried to be a banger. It's just fantastic.
An unintended banger. Those are the best kind of bangers.
Yeah. It's so catchy.
So, if you were in our city this week, well, technically this first event's in Pantego, but if you were in the greater Arlington area on Mondays, check out trivia at Dr. Jekyll's. Very cool trivia, very cool place, very cool beer.
Every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the open mic at Grounds and Gold coffee place on Pleasant Ridge and Bowen. I do host every other week, so unfortunately this week I will not be hosting, but I will be hosting next week. If you are an artist or know an artist, bring them down. Comedians, poets, illusionists, singer-songwriters. At the end, if everyone stays around and wants to, there's a collaboration as well, so come on down.
Which sounds fun as heck, but... If you were done collaborating also on Thursdays, you can go out to Division Brewing for some more trivia. Believe it or not, craft beer and trivia go hand in hand.
They do. Yeah, especially in this fine city of Arlington.
Tag us and send those pictures over to us on Facebook, Arlington Citizen Media, Twitter, ATX Citizen Media. Tag us on Instagram, Arlington Citizen Media, and send those pictures the old-fashioned way. Email arlingtoncitizenmedia@gmail.com. Also go to our website, www.arlingtoncitizenmedia.com. Don't forget to subscribe and give those 5-star reviews of the downtown at Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also hit us on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.